Morning, everybody. Welcome back to UncutAlly. My name is Allie, and today we are coming back at you with the Scribbles and Stories. It's been a while. I haven't done one of these in a very, very long time. The last one that we did actually was the one that Chris and I did. What? I was about to put 10 because I was just talking about it. What the fuck is today's date? Wait a minute. I don't know where my phone is. Oh, there it is. Today is the 21st. Sick. All right. Happy spring, everybody. What year is it? 22? Sometimes I do my numbers like this. I mean, my twos like that, and sometimes I do my twos like that. I don't know. Who does their twos with a little swirl, and then who does it like straight? Or if you have any other ways of doing it. Anyway. The last one that we did, last Scribbles and Stories that we did, was actually the Halloween episode that Chris and I collaborated on. So it's been a very long time. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. What's today? Oh, Monday. My sleep schedule's all fucked up. So if I lose my train of thought or don't make sense, bear with me, people. So let's see. Let's do one big one and then have like 4 colors in it. Like one outline color and then 3 colors inside. Sound good, everybody? All right. My eyes are closed. You can't tell, but I promise you they are. Let's go this one. This one. Ooh, this one. Oh, Jesus. And we're going to take another one from the first one. Let's take this one. Cool. All right. Also, sorry if the video slanted. I did my best. I don't know how to fix things. Hopefully Chris fixes it in post, but whatever. So first we had cadmium green pale. You can see that. And then we have golden yellow deep. There she is. And then Hooker's green. Yay, it's our favorite. Hooker's green. And last but certainly not least, also sorry if I have those upside down. I'm upside down. I don't know how this works. We have purple deep. Cool. So we have 2 greens, a yellow, and a perp. All right, I'm excited. We're going to do one of the greens as the outline. Let's do Hooker's green as the outline. Okay. So this time I'm just going to have my eyes open. I'm still just going to like let it flow, whatever's in me. But, you know, I want to do something funkier. This looks cool. This kind of looks like one of the Squidward paintings. Kind of looks like Bold and Brash, I think. If you don't know what Bold and Brash is, Chris is going to put a picture of it right here. Right here. There you go. That's Bold and Brash. Cool. So I'm getting like, other than Bold and Brash vibes, I'm getting chair vibes from it. I think it's a chair, and I'm just going to start coloring it in. We're going to start with yellow. So today I wanted to talk a bit about my aspirations, because I have like a million aspirations. Also, sorry if you keep hearing me move this mic. It's just, it needs to be moved. So since I was a little girl, have wanted to do just about everything. That's what I used to tell myself. I would envision myself doing everything, being able to get a degree. That's how I saw being able to do things. You had to get a degree. I want to get a degree in everything. I wanted to be a doctor, a scientist, a singer. Like, I wanted a literal degree in everything. Because to me, knowledge made me limitless, and receiving knowledge was just absolutely endless. And that idea really sparked a lot of joy in me and sparked this sense of like never being satisfied with just doing one thing. And at the time I didn't know, but this has played out as I do not like holding jobs for very long, and I get tired of them quickly, and I get bored of them. And not only that, but I just also have very large dreams that 9 to 5 stereotypical jobs just don't line up too well with. So I wanted to do everything, but when you asked me, I would probably have said a princess or... First of all, how do you become a princess? Like, I feel like so many people had that aspiration as a child. Like, I want to be a princess. How? How would I have been a princess? Anyway, so I want to be a princess or, a singer and a dancer. I was always singing and dancing around my room. I remember, not even just around my room, with my mom. We would clean like every weekend. And during the day, her and I would just have music on, and I wasn't much help cleaning, but I was there for support, and I would just be singing and dancing, and it was just always a great time. And then we'd like watch a movie that night or something. It was always fun. I have really great memories hanging out with my mom during the weekends, since both of my parents worked. My grandparents took care of me during the day, so the weekends were definitely the best time to hang out with her, and it was always super fun. Let's see. What transitioned after that? I think after that, that's when I started wanting to become a vet. When I started getting a little older and like realized the concepts of like real jobs. Singing and dancing is a real job. But, like more stereotypical college, school, doctoring jobs. So I wanted to be a vet. I'm a big animal lover. I always have been. I always will be. My family always says it to this day. I would have been an amazing vet. But eventually I realized that I'm a big animal lover and I couldn't do the things that a lot of vets have to do, if you get my meaning. I think now that I'm older, I could do it. Or at least like I would go into a field that doesn't do it. Like I was considering this the other day. I always tell myself if I'm not famous in 2 years, which I will be, I'm just gonna go back to school for something. And I was like, what if I did like, I don't know, animal dentistry or something, something that's specialized and doesn't involve, a lot of pain for animals. But so that's one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a vet. And then I remember distinctly, I always tell people it was 5th grade. I decided I wanted to be a teacher. And I also think I would have been a great teacher. I still want to be a teacher. I still have this dream of being like a professor somewhere. But I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. And that was a dream I carried with me for quite some time. I still consider it. I always think I should go back to school for many things. But, I have other dreams that are bigger than going back to school at this moment. And you have so much of your life. Who says that I can't be 60 years old getting my teaching degree or getting a real estate license, which is another aspiration of mine, but we'll get there. Don't feel like you have to decide everything by the time you're 20 or even 18 or fucking 35, I promise that was my foot on the couch. That was not something else. That was a weird noise though. I don't even know if it picked it up. I lost my train of thought again. What was I talking about? Oh, you're never too old. You're never too old to change careers, and you're never too old to not have your life figured out. Don't have your life figured out, actually, ever. Always be thinking of something else. Always be aspiring for something. You got to be content with where you are, but always striving for better. Oh, my hand hurts coloring these in. I'm over it. I'm going to turn the beat around right now. There we go. Oh, this kind of looks like a cat. Or a vase. Or like a trombone or tuba or something. Anyway. I'm so sorry. That must have sounded absolutely disgusting. Whenever I wake up, even though I've been up for a while, I always have like congestion. It feels like I'm like sick. Like I fully feel sick and then I'm fine. Like give me an hour or two and I'm fine. I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to do. We're just going to give it more dots. Because my arm doesn't... Ooh, this is such a pretty purple. Oh my God. Anyway, so I wanted to be a teacher for a while. Yada, yada, yada. Wanted to do that until sophomore year of high school. I volunteered at my old elementary school. Shout out to them. I peaked in 8th grade, so... those were good times. I was valedictorian. I don't know. I really enjoy that time. Whenever I'm like nostalgic and sad about the past, it's always because elementary school and middle school were just such a great time for me. And just that close-knit small community that was my elementary school / middle school, they were the same. I don't know. It just like had this magic about it that I really miss. And I had this childhood wonder while also being old enough to be appreciating more adult things. So it was just a really great time in my life. I know middle school is like everybody hates it. But that was me for high school. I hated high school so much. I'm going to draw tiny circles over here. And then it was like bubbles coming. So I volunteered at my old elementary school. And I don't know, something about it I just realized. Because I love paperwork and like the monotonous things of a lot of aspirations and careers. That's why I've been a good like office assistant and such. So that's what I thought teaching was. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is a lot. This is a lot more. I can't remember what exactly it was. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, you know? So then I was like, what do I want to do with my life? And then I, at that time, was obsessed with Damn it, I messed up my circle. I was obsessed with CSI Miami, and I loved that show. And I wanted to be a forensics person, but I did not like science. So I was like, I'm good with computers. Spoiler alert, I was not as good with computers as I thought I was. But I was like, I'm good with computers. Is there like a computer forensics type of thing? And then I found digital forensics, which was taught at this college I ended up going to, which is where I met Chris and everything. And they put a name. I always said this when I was that major. I said they put a name to what I appreciate, what I was thinking of, you know? And I really appreciated that it did exist, one, and that it had like a actual name, digital forensics. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work with police and be a forensic analyst, but a computer forensic analyst. I'm going to be like Penelope Garcia. Like, I'm so excited. And so that was my dream for a while. And then I almost tried making my YouTube channel, and it didn't go too well because I had mental breakdowns, and, you know, it was just me, and I wasn't getting like support in how to properly film things and use the equipment. And it was just a whole ass thing. And oh no, my AC turned on. Hold on. All right, I'm going to have Chris cut it so that y'all don't have to deal with this. I promise you're not missing any content. It's just me running over, turning off my AC. Okay, pause. Ugh. Turn off, you fucking Jesus. Do. And play. All right. Sorry about that. Oh Jesus. What was I even talking about? I get in such a zone that once I break out of the zone, I fully forget what I'm talking about. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I feel like I zoned out and I might have been talking nonsense. I'm so sorry if I was. But I don't remember. It feels like, you know, when you are thinking thoughts right before you go to sleep, and then you're like in this trance, and then if you like wake up a little bit, or like somebody talks to you and you like get out of it, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking of? I was on this whole stream of consciousness and now it's gone. That's exactly how I feel right now. I have no idea what I was talking about. I mentioned digital forensics, right? I was definitely telling a story about something. Well, I'll just watch this back, and if I was in the middle of a story, I will put it in a pinned comment. I'm so sorry. I fully forgot. Anyway, so I wanted to be a digital forensic analyst and, you know, find bad guys and analyze computers and do all that fun shit. And I went to school for it. And I loved my school initially. It turned out to be what every school is, a scam. Don't go to college. Do not do it. But I found the love of my life there and my best friend. So you win some, you lose some. But I ended up going to this college, and what was it, sophomore year? I was already like, oh, this is way over my head, because the major was dominated by white men, which is stereotypical for any tech sort of IT or programming major or industry. So it was on par with the world that it was dominated by white men, and they just had this knowledge of like baseline things that I needed. Like I needed like a 101 class, and all the beginner classes already started at like 200, it felt like I was already behind and I would not be able to catch up. And I was still getting A's. Like, that's the funny part. When I changed my major, one of my professors was like, you're doing great. But I was doing great because I'm a good student, not because I was understanding it. I'm just really good at being a student. And I felt like that was the line. I couldn't feel like without teaching or materials. I mean, I know you use materials and everything like in your day-to-day, but I just didn't feel comfortable. Like, evidence was on my hands with what I was dreaming of, like I had to be the person dealing with these things, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that. It's just, I couldn't see myself doing it day in and day out confidently. So that year I had taken a white collar crimes law class. It was taught by, I want to say the district prosecutor of Burlington, because I went to school in Burlington, Vermont, and he just like the way he spoke about law and learning about law fucking invigorated me. I was like, this is what I need to do. I need to be in the legal field. And I didn't want to be a lawyer. I was like, I don't want to go to law school. I just want to be like a legal assistant and paralegal. I just want to do the assistance work. That seemed amazing. And also trailing back to, I love paperwork. So I was like, that just sounds like just the thing for me. I don't know what else to do to this. I don't know what it is. Looks like a complicated gumball machine. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add some greens in betweens. So I got really inspired by the law, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to do a criminal justice major and focus on potentially becoming a detective, or go the legal route and possibly become a paralegal. And I ended up going the legal route because even if I ended up wanting to become a detective, fast forward, I did not, and I do not at all want to become a police officer. But I realized that I could still go back to it with a law degree if I wanted to. So I pursued a law degree. Our program was one of the only ones in the country that has a BA in law rather than legal studies, which is super cool. All of our classes were like baby classes of law classes and of law school classes, which was super cool. All of the topics were things that you would normally take in law school. And I loved my major. I loved my professors. We were a very small major, so we were all very close knit. All of our classes were like the 15, 12 of us that there were. So I really enjoyed it. And I graduated with that. I was one of the people that were top of the class, which was sick, especially since I came in late. But the dean of my program, or I don't remember what we called him. Let's just call him the dean of my program, the head. He was super cool. He went through all of the courses I already took, and he was like, all right, what can I substitute for what here? And he was like, make a case for these things. And we just like discussed the classes I was taking or had already taken and what that can sub for in the law program so I can still graduate on time. I was actually supposed to graduate early because I had math credits over from high school. I took a math college course level sort of thing. And so that, and I had a few other college credits, I believe, that ended up subbing. So I was going to graduate a semester early, but that didn't turn out, which was fine. I didn't want to graduate a semester early anyway. And it all worked out when I switched my major. It graduated on time. Everything was perfect. So graduate with that. I didn't want to go to law school. I ended up going to law school. As y'all all know, dropped out of law school. I couldn't see myself doing it for long term, and I just wasn't passionate about it. I hated the culture of it, and I don't know. I just moved to California, and it's just weird talking about this, like realizing I've always had these big dreams that I'm now pursuing, but I always was like, oh, I'll get there. And then I finally came to a point where I was like, I'm never going to get there if I don't fucking start walking there, you know? So while this is all going on, like these are dreams, but they're always like dreams, you know? They're never things I'm striving for. They're always just something that, of course, will eventually happen, but not now. I need a stable job. I need a smart career, you know? And now I am fully pursuing all of my creative dreams, but we're not there. I'm just saying it's like interesting to analyze my mindset as I grow as a person. It's just really cool to see. So anyway, I am now out of law school. I have UncutAlly, yay. I'm working towards my dreams. Very happy. I don't know. I've always wanted to be on stage. I always saw myself performing at a concert hall, at a venue, even on screen. And that's kind of taking over my life now. I still love UncutAlly, but it's a little disheartening when you're not growing at the rate you expected. And I don't plan on quitting it anytime soon because I still love it. But I have more of an emphasis in my heart and in my mind on singing and possibly even acting, but really mainly singing at this current moment. So I've been practicing like a lot more than I used to, and really working on my voice, working on everything, breath control, vocal control, just all the things you need. And it's been going really well. I can already feel the progress whenever I sing, and I'm so much more confident in my voice. And obviously I've done so much work on myself that I'm just, oh, you can't even see that I'm drawing. I'm so sorry, everybody. I had no idea. I wasn't even looking. I've just been coloring these things in, the green ones. I hope you can see them. It looks so much duller on the camera. It's so vibrant in real life. Anyway, so I've been really focusing on my singing, and Chris's new job has made him not be able to focus on, because he's my music producer. He's always a producer, because I always joke with him that he's always going to be a producer since his degree is in game production. So he was a game producer. Now he's my music producer and my video producer. So he's always going to be a producer. But that's where I ended up. I'm doing all of my creative things, UncutAlly, singing. I've done a little bit of acting practice. I'm kind of now focusing on voice acting as well and voiceover work. I know you can't tell from this, but it's just because it's unscripted that my voice is a mess, but I promise I do well at doing voices, as you know, a little bit from Toad and other such voices. And I have a professional voice that I do for voiceovers, but I don't know. I'm just really happy that I've ended up focusing on creative things. And it took me a while to get here because I'm a Capricorn, but I'm also an Aries moon. So there's like these two conflicting, very strategic, very money-making, very smart, very A-type. And then there's like this creative, like emotional, like they're always conflicting. And it's always cool to see that. My friend, when she gave me a reading and said those things, I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like there's always a battle of like, I have all these practical reasons of why I can or can't do something. And then I have these creative like, but I don't care. And then this is how I feel. And then nobody ever wins. I lose. I lose every time. But I'm really happy. And I'm so grateful to Chris to give me an opportunity and a environment to really grow myself and grow my creatives, and, he takes a bulk load of the financial responsibility, and he believes in me. I mean, he tells everybody about how great of a singer I am, and how much of he literally told all of his new coworkers, he's like, my wife's such a bad bitch, and I'm so in love with her, and all of these amazing things. So I'm really excited. I don't know. I'm happy with where I ended up and where I continue going and where I see myself going. Ooh, I'm tearing up. And thank you all for supporting me. And, it's true that even though it's a little stressful to not be actively making money, when you're not in for the money, you're still pretty happy. And obviously, like, I'm in a very privileged position where I don't have to be into anything for the money. And I do miss making money so much. I love making money, but doing these things genuinely makes me happy. And that's kind of what matters. Whew. Anyway, follow your dreams as realistically as you can. And if you cannot do like me, and I know I didn't really talk about my jobs, but you know that I worked as an office assistant and then legal assistant, and then I quit to follow all my aspirations. There you go. And I almost wanted to become a real estate agent. I almost did. And I might one day. But right now I'm focusing on my creatives. Focus on your dreams, or at least follow your dreams in a way. That's my advice to everybody. You may not be able to quit your day job to be a very famous actor or a culinary artist, but, at least once a week, cook something that you enjoy or make something beautiful. Work on your dreams in some way every day, even if it's small. Just always keep your dreams alive. Never give up on yourself. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy. Have a great day. Happy birthday. Love you. Bye.